This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Sunset Trail model 272BH as in bunkhouse. And I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. So it has power stabilizer jacks. So one switch controls both rear, and then there's a front switch that controls both front. Now this particular type of stabilizer you can actually crank manually if you need to get yourself out of trouble. So you come over here to the off door side and you can see that stud with a pin through it, or that shaft with a pin through it. That's where you would do it. So you can get yourself out of trouble. Of course you have a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers, outside TV hookup here with signal and power. Now this cooking area has a 110 AC refrigerator, of course. Then you have this pull-out griddle right here. The thing to remember, the reason I've got this hanging over here just so you can see it, this is a quick connect gas fitting, LP fitting. It normally would go under here, but I just want to show you that. Right there is the counterpart. There's the female side. So that's how you would connect your griddle to the LP system. All right, let's go a little farther. There's the front switch we talked about. Okay, let's look and see what we have here. This is your sprayer. I showed you, or there was one spray point down on the door side. There'll probably be one on the other side too. All right, let me just look here. We got some cranks. Okay. Now this particular crank is the one you would use for your stabilizers if they were happen to fail. You see it's a cylinder with a slot cut in it, and that would accept the shaft with the pin through it, and you're able to actually get yourself out of trouble. This second one here, the small one, is another crank to get you out of trouble. It's for the power tongue jack. If that was to fail or get damaged, you can always pull this plug right here and crank it manually too. So two ways to get yourself out of trouble. You can also always get hitched and unhitched, no matter what. All right. So the rest of this stuff here is just your hitch. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you come to pick up. All right. So you have the power tongue jack, LP tanks, 2 LP tanks, a deep cycle marine battery, and this is the kill switch for the battery. Looking at it right here, I'm going to turn it on because I'm going to put the slide rooms out from going on battery. We're running on battery. We're parked a little ways from the building, so we'll just do it with 12 volt right now. Of course, that little hookup right there, if you can see it, let me see if I get a bit there, right there. That's for a solar battery charger. If you wanted to purchase a solar panel that will charge your battery, you can always you can get one. This one is a Go Power, and it would plug in right there. Okay. All right. Let's look over here. Okay. Power cord, 30 feet long, 30 amp. This is your dump hose, and of course that's a reducer to reduce your plug down from a 30 amp so you can plug it in at home. Your city water connection, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You're just going to screw the hose on there, turn it on, and you got water pressure throughout the entire trailer. Now if you happen to be camping someplace that does not have plumbing on the campsites, you can pre-fill your freshwater tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. Okay, you're only going to fill this tank if you don't have city water. And last but not least, when it comes to hookups anyway, this is the black tank flush. So after you dump your black tank, let's see where the valves are right here. Okay, over here. So after you dump your black tank, you would leave the valve open, and then you would hook the hose at the dump station onto this particular hookup right here, and it'll flush out your tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. So it's a really good thing to do. This quick drain they're talking about is for your fresh water tank. It's a white gate valve. Hopefully you can see it there. That's just to dump your water so you don't have to carry it with you. Okay, just this storage. Okay. Alright, so here we are in the back. This is just going to be hookups for campground cable, satellite, things like that, okay? This is your water heater. The switches to control it are inside the trailer, but this is winterized right now, so it still has antifreeze in the system. This is the drain cap right here, 1 1/16 socket, and it screws right on there. So right now the water's drained out because it's winterized. It's drained, plus the water heater is bypassed, so keep that in mind. Never run this on gas or electric without water in the tank. Right now it's empty, like I said, because it's winterized. Always make sure you fill it before you turn it on. Okay. Also, that housing is telling us that this is pre-wired for a backup camera if you wanted to add one sometime. Now, also we're looking up, the manufacturers state that you should inspect your roof every 90 days. So please make sure you send somebody up there, look around, look at all the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get in, make sure there's no damage to any roof attachments by low branches or road debris, anything like that, okay? Okay, so let's go in here. Okay, so this is your slide out here. So right there, okay? The other switch here is for your awning. I'm not going to extend it all the way for you, but you can see. Let me see if I've got a light there. So there you have it. Okay. Also here, what you saw, I turned the lights on here. Now this is the water pump I told you about. If you're pumping out water out of the fresh water tank, you'll use that pump. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about it. If you have city water, you don't need it. Also, it's used to winterize the trailer. You light your water heater on gas right there, on electric right there. Make sure you never run these without water in the tank. And this also has tank heaters, right? Heating pads on all your tanks and by your valves, so you can extend your camping season. That's turned on right there. Okay. The battery is low right now because we're running out of battery, but we'll move it over there and it'll be charged up just fine. Fresh water's empty. Black number 1 is empty. You don't have a second black tank, so gray. Okay, they're all empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments. So when you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the black and gray tank. Okay, let me look around here. Okay, so this device here is the power converter. So what this does, it converts AC to DC power. Okay, so you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers right here, and they're all labeled, just like you'd see at home. So then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled right here. Okay, keep in mind that these 240s are the masters. They protect the whole side. So if you get a wild power surge, let's say, and the 12 volt side goes out, you lose your 12 volts. Just always check these two here, because it's going to be one or both of them, because that protects the whole side. So before these other ones would pop during a surge, it would be these two here. Okay. Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery needs up front and keep it charged. If it's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps there to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 or whatever it needs to keep it charged. So when you're plugged in, this will charge your battery, and when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will charge the battery. Okay. Now I don't know if he's got the gas on right now. We've got to see who prepped this. Let's see. We got new people on. Not everybody's on the same page yet, so well, we're on the right page, but Anyway, you got 3 burners and 3 knobs, all right? That is your sparker. You turn it clockwise, and this is your oven. So let's see what happens. I'm not sure if we got any gas on or not. Yeah, we do. So it's that simple. Okay. When it comes to the oven, all the way at the bottom, all the way to the back is a pilot light. If you can see it, I can spark it. Maybe we can see it. But yeah, there you go. That's the pilot light for the oven. So what you do is you go to the oven knob. You're going to go to the picture of the pilot light, then you're going to depress it. You keep it depressed during the whole lighting procedure. Then with the other hand, you're going to spark it until you see it light down here. Once the pilot light lights, you're still going to hold this in for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up, and then you go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, of course, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. I'm just going to look out the door for a second here. Okay. Alright, so this is your microwave here. It works like any other microwave. Right? This is your range hood vent. It's got a light and a fan. Okay. Your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. So it runs on 12 volts. It's very simple. On and off right there. You select the temperature right here. And then these are different power saving modes here. It's all very simple. Okay. Your TV, which comes with a remote. I don't see it over here. Comes with a remote. Like right here. Now this TV is not just a TV. It has television, obviously. But you also have Bluetooth. Well, you can look here. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream using your phone or tablet. FM radio. You have 2 speaker zones. Zone 1 is inside the trailer. Zone 2 is out of the trailer. HDMI, and of course charging for phones and tablets, that sort of thing. So it does all that, and it's all in one unit. Alrighty. Let me look a little farther here. Okay, the sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower. Let me get some light here. As you can see, I know we're up close, but I have to be. This is all I've got to work with right now, so I'll do the best I can. Now the toilet, if you haven't owned an RV before, right now the pink stuff you're seeing is antifreeze, because it is winterized. This is the flush pedal here. That's just residual pressure there, but directly below is the black tank. So you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campground, you pull in, you hook up your power and your water. Then you'll come in here and you'll dump 1 dose of chemical in the bowl here. Then you'll step on the pedal and water will come swirling out and into the black tank. You put about a gallon or so of that water in there. Some people use more. It's up to you. The thing is, you have to have chemical and water in there before you use it. Otherwise the smell will be terrible and it can get clogged up. So you never run it empty, okay? Or dry, as they say. Always chemical and water. Okay. Let me shut that light off here. We're running off battery. Okay. This is a hide-a-bed here. So you pull the back cushions off, grab it down here, and it folds out into a 3-panel hide-a-bed. This table can be collapsed down onto these cleats down here, and then you use the back cushions to fill in the space, and you got another bed. So you figure there's 2 beds in here plus your 2 bunks. Okay. This is your thermostat. It's very simple. You just hit the mode bar to light it up, and then you scroll through. There's 3 options. It's either heat, fan, and cool. Heat is obviously run on propane. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. It just circulates air. And then cool is full air conditioning. Always, if they give you an option to use auto for the fan, always use auto. Alright. Now, this device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. So if it goes off, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. Also, if it beeps the same tone, but very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. So you can hear it here. Hold on. LP check is good. Carbon dioxide coming up. Good. And then, of course, low battery alarm. And then back to green. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. Okay. There is some storage underneath this bed, of course, and you got 2 sliding doors here. You could hang a TV here. There is a backer for a mounting bracket. This one, you'd get one that swings, let's see, it swings to your left out like this so you can see it good. This is the hookups and your power for it. Okay. Alright, so let me look around a little bit, see if I forgot anything. I think I've got it all. Okay. Oh yeah, this is telling us is pre-wired for a Wi-Fi signal booster. If you need to, you can look into that if you're interested. Okay. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 90 days. That's important. And also, like I stated, the water heater is empty right now, and it's bypassed, and there's antifreeze in the system. Okay. Thank you.